How you doing, guys? I'm going live just a few minutes early for my 7 o'clock show just because I wanted to share something with you guys. So stay tuned because we got a killer show on tonight. People are asking me quite often, why are you doing this? And I get what they're getting at. They're asking, what's the ulterior motive? What's in it for you? Why? As a matter of fact, I've had some guests that have come on my show apprehensive at the start to find out, what are you doing this for? What's the payoff for you? And I'm just going to let you guys know that the payoff for me is purely knowing that I'm sharing something with people of benefit. This is the way I'm serving. So that's it. There is no benefit for me. I mean, yeah, there is. I feel like $1 million when I have people reaching out to me saying, hey, Mike, you've inspired me to start reading more. You've inspired me to, I was just with a very good friend of mine just the other night. And we got together and he's letting me know that he started a Shopify website for his daughter. And it was wild because I was just talking about doing some drop shipping with him just a month ago. And he's doing it. And he says, Mike, you really inspired me a few years back when you gave me the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And then you gave me the book, Think and Grow Rich. And then you gave me the book, The 1 Minute Millionaire. And then you gave me the book, so. That wasn't my plan. I just love sharing the stuff that I loved. But he took it and ran with it. And now he's doing things that, I'd love to take credit for it. The guy's an awesome guy. I'm sure he would have figured it out. But it feels good to know that I played a little part in him doing something and bettering himself, right? It's awesome. That's what it's all about, guys. So if you can get anything out of the shows that I'm putting on, that's it. It's all for you. So no hidden agendas here. It's all just sharing information so that you can live the truest version of yourself. Find your greatness. Find your passion. And start doing the things that you love. Right? Little tools. Sometimes it's, sometimes it's going to be the heavy stuff. Coming up, stay tuned. On Thursday, I have a money talk, right? So this is one of those things that people are sometimes worried about. It's scary to talk about money. It's taboo even. Well, you're going to want to hear from my guest, Bruce Joseph. This guy's a phenom. I actually just talked to him about a month ago when he was in on a cruise just off the Mayan Peninsula. Am I saying that right? Riviera? It's out there in the ocean. Cruising around. Loving it. Sorry, Bruce. Don't know if I was supposed to say that. But hopefully we weren't ducking any clients at the time. So he's managing director at Trident MIC, which is an alternate mortgage lender. He's also managing director at Anthem Mortgage Group, former CIBC investment analyst. This guy is going to be sharing some incredible pearls of wisdom about money with us. We're going to be talking about financial education, why it's important to learn this stuff early. We're going to be talking about strategizing so you can maximize your dollar, right? We're going to be talking about how your mind and your body is affected by your bank account. Because it's all intertwined, guys. If we don't have balance in all areas of our life, we're out of balance. So this is going to be some of the talk we're going to have next week. This Thursday coming up. If you want to be a guest on the show, if you have a message to share with the world, if you have something that you can say to help people, contact me. I'd love to have a chat with you. I'd love to get you on. If it jives and you're coming from a place of enlightenment, bring it on. I'd love to have you on the show. In just a moment, I'm going to be introducing the guest that I'm going to have on tonight. We're super lucky to have an inspirational coach and mentor. Somebody who doesn't stop at the finish line. Somebody who pushes people beyond what they believe is possible for themselves. Somebody who inspires others to find that inner passion and drive so that they can accomplish all their dreams and goals. We're talking about dreams and goals. We're talking about a guy who is a coach, an MMA fighter, a pro fighter, right? A champion in the Muay Thai arena. So what can we learn from a fighter? This guy gets knuckles and shins off the head all day, right? But I'll tell you, martial artists have something special that I love. They've got an inner grind that doesn't stop. If you're a true martial artist, you're looking for self-mastery. And in essence, that's what we all need. We need to learn to master ourselves, right? So here we go. As you can hear my dog going crazy in the background. This is awesome. This is live Facebook. So bear with us. Episode 18, Mind, Body, Bank Account. Super lucky to have on the show pro MMA fighter, former Muay Thai champion, trainer of champions, as head coach and partner at New Era Combat Sports out of Ottawa, Ontario. I have with us Kru Jeff Harrison. We're going to be talking about the art of leadership, passion, and following your dreams. Jeff, how you doing,
What's
my
up?
friend? Hey, man.
Pretty good, Mike. Thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you like a dream, like a dream. So, Jeff, we go back a few years.
I've known you for 18 years, maybe.
I would say so. Yep. Come from the same hometown, and I never thought I'd be where I am today. And back when I knew you, I never thought in a million years that you'd be doing what you are. When I last left you, I know that you were involved in the fight game, but to be progressing to a point where you are now a coach, a leader, trainer of, supermen. It's awesome. I love seeing it. So share with us. We're talking about the art of leadership. We're talking about passion, following your dreams. So
Yeah.
we're live in your gym right now. It's
Everyone's training.
It's cool. So
Yeah.
give me the real brief synopsis of your life. Why did you get started in martial arts, and what drove you to want to have that be your life passion?
Mike, I'm not too sure why I got started in martial arts. I would always get that tingle in your belly, that adrenaline shot when you're watching a Van Damme movie, or if you're sitting around watching boxing with your dad, you get this wow, I wonder what that feels like. You know what I mean? I never did martial arts as a kid until I was a late teenager, and it was one of those things where I just saw it and I immediately knew. When I watched the first UFC in grade 8, my parents wouldn't let me watch that, of course, but I watched it at a buddy's house on lunch or something. I was like, man, this is awesome. This is what I want to do. And, it's one of those things where, I just immediately knew that was my reason to be here. And obviously I wanted to fight. I wanted to do all these things. I wanted to travel the world, and I wanted to test myself because for the most part I was scared. I was a scared man, you know what I mean? And, or a scared boy at that point. And, I was scared of bullies. I had never been in an altercation, until I had actually started training a little bit. So it was this fear is a powerful motivator sometimes. So I had this fear of getting hurt or whatever. And that kind of drove me to start fighting or start training. And then I just read, I read some Bruce Lee books. I started getting all the UFCs. I'd be at the Video Plus books. every single weekend, just renting the UFCs while other kids are out doing what they're doing, and it's what I wanted to do, man. I just wanted to be involved in the sport. You know, I had no illusion of ever going to the top, but I knew I believe in amassing knowledge and just, like you said, becoming the master of oneself, and that was really what I was in it for. So that's why I started.
Awesome. I like what you said though. Fear. Sometimes it's that fear that is that incredible, powerful motivator, right? I think fear holds lots of us back in our lives, whether it's wanting to try something new,
There's two types of people in a fight. They they either get hit and they back away, or they get hit and they hit back. And that is real for anything. It's real in business. It's real in social scenes. It's real anything. Like if you get hit or something comes at you, you got two choices. You can either cower from it, or you can be brave and you can do what you got to do. And that's the key. That's the key to life, man. It's just, in my opinion, it's just being courageous and standing up for what you think you should believe in, right?
Yeah, man. I agree. Hey, I'm talking with my son about rejection from a girl. You know what I mean? It's the same.
I experienced plenty of that.
It's the same thing, though. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get back on the horse. You gotta just brush it off and try again, right? Yeah.
Tell them to get to the gym and forget about the girls.
No doubt, eh? That is what I'm telling them, because holy crap.
Yeah. I think so many people look for love in other places, and you got to really learn how to love yourself before you can love somebody else. So,
Very true, man.
I don't know. Let's not get off topic, but,
Hey, you know what? It's all on topic, though. It's all on topic. It's like, it's part of self-mastery. It's part about knowing yourself, loving yourself, knowing what you want, and going after it, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, the art of leadership. Talk to me about how do you define a true leader? Give me your top 3 qualities that you feel real leaders need to have.
The first, I believe, would be integrity. You know what I mean?
Love it.
You gotta, and it doesn't have to be anyone else's version of integrity but your own. You know what I mean? Like I have maybe some different things that the rest of us like. Maybe I don't see eye to eye on some things. You know what I mean? But I always stick true to what I believe is right when it really matters.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And and that's, I think, one of the biggest things that you could that as a leader you need to have. And second, of course, would be being able to display those and to the people that are following you.
Like lead from the front.
If you just say something and you're like, there's a huge difference to me between someone who's a leader and someone who's a commander. And there's so many commanders out there. Do this. And what's the point? Get out there and do it yourself, bud. You know what I mean?
Man. I like that.
Like, stop commanding people and start embracing the challenges that they're embracing. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm on my best. I try every single day to train with my guys.
Yep.
To get in shape for the people that are trying to get in shape.
Yep.
To think about how I can do better, and then I have to do that myself to make sure that it's going to work. And then with my guys, I basically say, like, my girls, I wouldn't make you do anything I haven't done myself, and that's the honest to God truth.
Yeah, man.
And so leadership.
I was hoping you'd say that.
It's very, very important stuff. You know what I mean? To get out there and to lead from the front. And then, I believe the third one of a good leader is this. There's got to be like a perfect mixture of empathy and discipline. You need to know when to be. You need to have like the social cues. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you need to know when to be hard, and you need to know when to be soft.
Buddy, you're awesome.
No, I truly believe that
you got to be able to give people a kick and a hug.
Yeah, they're too hard all the time, And sometimes at the end of that, you need to pat someone on the head. You need to look at them. You need to say, you know what, man, that was awesome.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's a time to be hard. Go harder, run harder.
Yep.
You know, why aren't you trying so, you know what I mean? And then there's a time to be like, you know what, man, you're amazing. And, you know, there's an old saying in boxing, break them down and build them up.
That's
and,
it.
You know, you gotta break the athlete down. And again, this transcends through everything in life, I believe.
Yeah, man.
You know, there's a book.
It.
What's that book? Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. There's a book. Everything I Need to Know I Learned in the fucking ring, man. You know what I mean?
You know what? You need to write that book.
Yeah, maybe.
Absolutely, man.
I'm a penman sometimes. Yeah. But you know, there's you know, you gotta break people down, and you gotta be super hard on them, and you gotta build them up at the end so that they peak and they blossom, and all that hard work comes to fruition because the coach works hard too, man. You know what I mean? You got to build people up. You got to tell them when to work hard and when to work harder. When you know they're not doing things right, and then there's a time to say, you know what, you're doing things right. And that's you know, right before the fight, you got to make people believe that they're invincible. If you make a man believe he's invincible, oh, he's dangerous, man. And it's so cool to see when you get inside somebody's head. And that's why I love this. I'm addicted to this. I can't stop. You know what I mean? This is my drug. I literally have done this every day since before we met. You know, in 1998, I've just trained and I've read and I've studied, and I watch fights in the morning before I go to work, and then I go to work and I train fighting and train athletes all day, and then I do a little tiny bit of business here and there, and then I go home and guess what I do? I watch more fights.
Guys, if people aren't watching this, they're missing out huge. And I'm not just saying that to stroke your ego, brother. You're saying things that. You're saying things that the most powerful motivational speakers say on the planet. And it's so true, man. Like, the break them down, build them back. Hey, you wrap wine bottles off your shins for a reason, right? I mean, right? You're breaking
I've never
it down.
personally done that, but yeah.
You know what? I did. When I trained for a short time with Master Suchart out of Siam #1 in Toronto, right?
Nice.
And
I was at your first fight, man. I remember you.
Are you kidding me?
I was there. Yeah, I fought on the same one.
You know what? Yeah, that's the one where I got
a demo or an in-house.
I got my nose blown open by a boxer pretty good. That
I have to go get like plastic surgery. They're gonna go up there and re-break it now. Oh man, I got my nose like bananaed. It's a funny story. I got my nose bananaed by UFC fighter Jordan Mean.
No way.
He hit me and he broke my nose and my orbital bone at the same time. And I went backstage, and it was so funny. I was with Chris Q, and like there was blood spurting everywhere. It's like every time I breathed, it was like, psh, psh. And I'm like, Chris, man, this is crazy. You got to go get the doctor. So we go to get the doctor, and it's like this old guy from the Quebec Commission. He's dead now, rest in peace. And he comes back, and he's like, your nose, was it like this before? I'm like, no, it was not. He's like, it is now. And he turns around, and he's just like, he's a hard doctor, man.
It is now.
Like I have places to be. Don't waste my time.
Yeah. Okay, so how many of you out there are willing to get busted in the face and bleed for your passion, right? I mean, that's why I love martial artists, because you're willing to put your bodies through stuff.
I love fighting because there's this moment of truth to it. You know, it's such an interesting and primitive experience.
Yeah, man.
You know, man, when you get in there. Hi, Phil. That's my homie from high school, my brother's buddy. He works for the NBA now. What's up,
nice. Buddy? Is this the guy saying to get your brother involved with the book?
Yeah, that guy's the man.
Who's that? J.E. Skeets. He says, tell Kru Jeff to get his brother involved with the book, yeah?
He started with a podcast, then he went to work for the Score. Now he works for the NBA. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Congrats, homie.
Yeah, buddy.
What was I saying? See, I have pugilistic dementia a bit from all these experiences. No, yeah, you get in there, man, it's the craziest experience because, it's so primitive and, it's just about truth.
Yep.
You know, you can say you run, you can say you kick, you can say you train 5 hours a day. Everyone's going to know as soon as you get in the ring. Yep. And you see this so many times. People gas. Why do they gas? And they're like, oh, no, I've been running No, you don't. No, you haven't. You know what I mean? Or I've been training as hard as I can. No, you can't. You gassed. You know what I mean? So, I love fighting and I love coaching because you get to nudge people towards this truth about themselves. And they get in there and it's like, and it's not only truth, it's truth with severe physical repercussions.
Absolutely.
So it has to be like perfect to the nanosecond truth.
You know,
and watch my guys on TKO. Watch these boys, man. March 16th on UFC Fight Pass. If anybody has it, man. These guys, like I got a bunch of guys here that are just they're gonna be world killers, man.
Make sure you post all your links below though too. Post whatever you can about your upcoming fights, all your stuff about the gym, all that good stuff.
Yeah, TKO 42. TKO 42 live at in Montreal. It's not at the Bell Center. It's at another beautiful venue. And, it's on UFC Fight Pass. So if anybody has that, make sure you tune in. I got a guy fighting in the co-main event. He's an absolute killer. And then I got 2 up-and-comers as well. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it's, so following your dreams, you said this became your passion. You became a student of the game. You soaked it all in. You did everything that you could to push yourself up.
It's never in the past tense. That's why
you are doing. Yeah.
Every single day you have to do it, and you have to have you can't have an ego. You can't be like, you cannot be.
I'm done learning.
You can't be like, I think I got there, because you're never going to get there.
Yeah.
My coach is one of the best of all time from Thailand. Ajahn Berkman Pinsinchai. He's a Lumpini legend. He was a Lumpini champion. He's a Thailand champion. He's got the pretty much an unrivaled record in Thailand of 172 wins and 6 losses. You're talking about Floyd Mayweather winning 50 fights. This guy won over 100 fights straight.
Yep. Wow.
Professional at the highest level in the golden era of Muay Thai.
Yep.
And, he has all these accolades and has all these credentials. And, he's a great coach. He has his own gym, but he went back to university. He went back to school because he wanted to become an even higher level of understanding. He wanted to have an even higher level of understanding about Muay Thai. And that to me is very, very powerful, because this is literally one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Yep.
The Lumpini champion is the coveted champion.
Yep.
Championship. You know what I mean? And this guy went back to school for 7 years to become the level of Ajahn that he is at. And there's only 10 of them in the world now, but he spent a lot of money and a lot of time to further this. And it's so inspirational to me, because every single day I want to get better at jiu-jitsu. I want to get better with my understanding of psychology, physiology, how to tap into people's greatness. Stuff that you do. Like I listen to TED Talks on my way to work. I stop listening to the radio. Like, it's all about getting the perfect product.
Yes,
and
sir.
If you're not obsessed, where are you going to get, man?
Yeah,
I mean?
totally
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with your life if you're not obsessed with something? You're going to be. And that's fine. A lot of people are normal, and a lot of people this and that. But like, for me, like at a very young age, I wanted to do something big. I've always strived to be bigger, to look for something a bit more. And I definitely found it in martial arts, and I feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like I'm just starting, especially since I went on my own now. It's starting to tap in a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do like to talk, sir.
Buddy, that's awesome. But hey, we're gonna do some things in the future, because we're on the same wavelength as far as what we're looking to do with our service to humanity, right? We're serving in different genres, but ultimately it's about having people find that greatness in them and breaking through barriers. There's so many people out there that are dead. They're dead at 21 to 25 years old because they don't have passion. They don't have something to go for in their life, right?
Yeah. So, my personal mission statement is like, if you can change a person, you can change the world.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And if we change people just one person at a time, and you make that person, want to embrace just a tiny little speck of greatness, that spreads, and then that spreads, and then that spreads. And the cool thing is that, like, I've trained high-level military personnel, I've trained lawyers, I've trained doctors, and I've trained everyone. And the cool thing is, black, white, Aboriginal, Oriental, Jewish, Palestinian, everyone comes together. And this is the beauty of sport. They check it at the door.
Yep.
Because if they don't check it, then there's going to be problems in this sanctuary.
Yep.
It's a complete, like, egalitarian, experience for most people, because everyone's equal, and all that matters as your skill, your techniques, and that's another reason why I love it. I don't watch the news. I don't care about politics. I care about people coming in here and making them happy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Stay positive, man.
Love
That's
it.
what I care about.
Love it. And yeah, like what you were saying was, you check it all at the door. You're stripped down. This is raw. It's like what you were saying about, yeah, I ran enough. Yeah, my cardio's up. But when you're in there, you're stripped down and it's raw, and the truth is going to show. And that's
Absolutely.
awesome. That's awesome, because in life, so many times we hide behind excuses. I didn't save enough money because of this or that. I didn't go to school because of this or that. What's the truth? It is.
It's bullshit.
It is. It's all excuses, man. It's all bull.
I think, to some people's defense, it's just the way everything works. Like, we literally live in a society that advocates for non-competitiveness.
Yeah, man.
It's in us to be competitive.
Yeah,
we should be competitive. We need to be competitive.
Well, this is how evolution happens. Yeah, this is how evolution happens. Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest, man. Back to Darwinism and stuff, right? Like, you have to be able to compete. And right now, we're teaching kids not to compete. We're teaching, everyone gets a fair shake, so they never learn how to win. They never learn how to lose. And I have a problem with it. And I love seeing kids come here and train because, man, there's no purple ribbons. You win or you lose. If you lose, you got to figure out why, and you got to change it. And if you're thinking you're going to go to a job and you're going to be like, everyone gets a job, it's not fucking like that, man.
That's right, buddy.
You got to learn. So get to a martial arts gym, pull your big boy pants on,
and get going.
Let's go.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
Right?
That's it. Be a competitive human being, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Getting fired up, Mike. I don't even know.
Buddy, I love it. I love it. We're going to be on a stage together one day, my friend.
You think so?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Well, sure.
You know what? I got the same belief. Why not?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Why not? Why is it not going to be you? Why is it not going to be me? Why is it not going to be someone else? It's only because of our lack of belief, our fear, and our limitations that we have up here that we're not going and doing the damn thing. Be vulnerable. Put yourself out there and just do it. And like you said, go. Talk.
No, I'm not even going to talk about him.
Why?
Just one of my first mentors. You would know him. He was a short little guy, and he is deceased now. Rest in peace.
Buddy, I know exactly who you're talking about.
He was my best friend for a few years, and he helped me out in the fight game. And he literally, every single day would coach me and like.
This was a bad man.
He's a bad man, that. And he always told me, you're going to let fear and common sense stop you. And that always sticks with me. I have mantras from this guy. So, this is like his tangible form of legacy to me. Every time I teach a lesson, he's involved. And
wow,
shout out to that guy, eh? But hey, yeah,
yeah, I you know what? That's pretty wild, because the gentleman
and that shows anyone can affect you, man.
Yeah,
this guy, by society's terms, was not a good man.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? And he influenced me at a young age to do some things that maybe I shouldn't have.
Sure.
But he also touched me with this extreme belief. I'm like, this guy believes in me. And this was a time when I believed in myself and he believed in me. And then, Kru Chris obviously was huge in my life. Yep. And he was very, very instrumental in me helping me find my beliefs through his teachings and whatnot.
Yep.
And through all these people that maybe they're never going to be on a TED Talks, they're never going to, but man, they changed my life. And now every time I teach, all of my teachers get to change other people. It's like a family tree. Boom, boom, boom. It's lineage.
I totally agree. Yeah. Little pearls of wisdom from people who it's not Tony Robbins. I mean, we know who we're talking about here. And this is a guy who, like you said, by society's standards, this guy's a gangster. He's on the street. He's a lot of people call him a scumbag, right? But right?
Let's not get into it,
right? But you're getting pearls of wisdom from people and utilizing them for your own life. So
if your eyes are open, you can see. truth everywhere. You can learn from everything, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, you can literally learn from anyone and anything. You know what I mean? So people with closed minds, open them up, man.
Yep.
It's so important in martial arts. It's so important in life. It's so important in business to open your mind, check your ego, and stop thinking you know everything, because no one does.
Yep.
Like, what's going to happen when you die, Mike? Do you know?
Nope.
You don't know anything.
Nope.
We don't know nothing, man. We think we know 75 years, 80 years, 85 years if we're lucky. And then what?
That's right.
Right? We
Yeah.
don't know anything, man.
The only thing that we can do
specs.
is try to pass on a legacy of knowledge and you know, to our kids, and to, like you said, anyone else that we can touch and inspire and grow, right?
That's it.
That's it, man. Because eventually we're all going to get a layer of dirt put on top of us.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? Sometimes, like, when I was competing, I used to go love, like a thunderstorm would come on, I'd go down to the Stratford Cemetery, and I'd run sprints up the hill. You know the hill there?
Yeah, I know it.
I would run sprints, man, and you're surrounded by these monuments that remind you of your own mortality, and you're like, what am I going to do, man? What am I going to do? You know what I mean? All these people are dead. Who even remembers that guy? You know what I mean? Besides one family generation, one generation, and then it's gone. Then you're poof,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So you look at the people that really matter, and it's not the people that had the most money, and it's not the people that that had always the most power. It's the people that stood up for what they believe in, usually that are remembered. So you know, are we ever going to be that? Maybe not, but can we be? You know, minuscule versions of that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Stand up for what we believe
Absolutely.
in, and we can look to make a mark on humanity for sure.
Yeah. And when you're living that truest version of yourself, other people are watching you too, right? Your kids are watching, you know, your students are watching, and they're looking, they're seeing those leadership qualities. Even if you're not commanding, right, from the front of the room, they're watching you. They're watching what you're doing. They're watching how you handle yourself through adversity and, you know, good times and tough times. So, yeah, it's very, very powerful to live the truest version of yourself with integrity, like you said.
For
Love
sure.
it. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a crazy trip up here right now. Like opening my own, or you know, I don't want to say my own. Going in this gym has been a real amazing experience.
Yeah.
Because my whole life I did this once before, but my mind and my focus and my knowledge wasn't really in the right state to do it.
Yep. Yeah.
I had opened a gym and there was like 10 or 12 of us. And that's it. How do you pay the bills doing that, right?
Right.
So right now, you know, we're working hard in this gym. We're making sure that we treat everybody fairly. We're making sure that we offer the best possible product that we can.
Yep.
And with the level of instructors that we have, you know, it's really going well, and people are reacting to it.
Killer.
And yeah, man, it looks
like you got an awesome place there, man.
Yeah, we're looking aggressively expanding too, because you know, like if you're gonna go for it, you might as well go for it, right? Come out swinging and see what happens.
That's it, buddy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So yeah,
that's the message.
It's a real blessing, man. It's cool. Go for what you want. Go get it, right?
Yeah, man. So martial arts is a metaphor for life. I mean,
100%.
Right?
Oh man, yeah. The synchronicity between the ring, the training, and day-to-day life. Like, I've seen so many people affected positively by this that how could I not want to continue doing this? You know, and there are other things I want to do with my life. You know, I would like to go back to school. I would like to get a post-secondary education eventually. But right now, I'm still having fun. There's lots of time for that.
Heck yeah,
Right now, I'm just doing what I'm doing, you know, so.
Yeah, well, you're doing it well. You're doing it well. And I got to tell you, I really appreciate you taking the time out. I can hear you got a busy class in the background. You know, for me to grab it sounds like you got some action going on.
There'll be action every day.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
it was nice chatting with you, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Jeff, I really appreciate you taking the time out. We're going to do it again for sure. But make sure that comment below and share the links for your gym. You know, let us know how we can watch some of your fighters, because I'm sure people watching this are they're into the game too. Everyone likes to see someone performing at their max potential, right?
That's it, man. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Mike. It was awesome talking to you, and you know, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
And,
buddy.
you know, I challenge you to do the best that you can too, right? Because that's the key. You challenge me, I'll challenge you. You know what I mean?
We're doing it.
You know?
We're doing
Fist
it,
pump.
man. We're doing it. Fist
Fist
pump.
bump.
All right, buddy. We're there.
Boom! All right, buddy. That's a
Awesome,
good
man.
way to leave.
I like it. You take care. We'll talk soon.
Okay, cheers, homie. Bye-bye.
All right, buddy. This guy's awesome. This guy's awesome. So, talk about passion. Talk about leadership. I mean, what do you think? Comment below. You think this guy should be on the stage or what? I mean, he's doing his thing from his stage in the gym. But, I mean, I know there's people out there that are best-selling authors that don't hold a candle to this guy. So I can see book collaborations and on the stage with Kru Jeff in the near future. Awesome. What a great guy. Follow him. Check out his page. Watch the fights. All that kind of good stuff. He's pretty powerful. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you got something there on leadership, passion, following your dreams. That's what it's all about, baby. Shoot for the stars. Just go out there and just do it. Why not? You're gonna get knocked down a few times. So you dust yourself back off, right? You learn from adversity. You get calloused, forged by the fire, tough as nails, and just go out and do it again, right? But do what you love. There's too many zombies out there at age 25 just going through the motions, going to a job they hate every day where they'd be replaced in 5 minutes if they didn't come back in. So do what you love, right? Do what you love from your heart, with passion, with never-ending learning, and you too can make all of your dreams come true, right? Okay, so that was episode number 18. Again, if you want to be on the show, if you want to be a guest, if you got a message to share with the world, if you can better someone's mind, body, or bank account, contact me. Message me here. You can email me at forgedbythefire.mikekett@gmail.com. But at very least, keep tuning in. On Thursday, Bruce Joseph, Managing Director at Trident MIC, Alternative Mortgage Lender, Managing Director at Anthem Mortgage Group, former investment analyst at CIBC. We're going to be talking about the money game, baby. Financial education, why you need to learn it young, strategies to maximize your cash, and how your mind and body are affected by your bank account. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Keep your mind open, your body strong, and your bank account growing.